What's going on, y'all? This is Mike Brown, and I want to welcome y'all to this week's episode of The Art of Letting Go. It's a countdown to 200 episodes. As we get closer, I'm starting to make some changes to how we do things at The Art of Letting Go, and I would love for you all to join me on this journey. You can do that by signing up for the Patreon. It's patreon.com/theartoflettingggo. I would love for you all to support me in this journey. Trying to do some big things in this next phase of the podcast, so join us. Thank you. Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go. Today, I have a special guest in the building. Well, the people get to hear you every week now. So we have live in the flesh James DatYogaDude Woods.
Hey, it's on my shirt. Hold on. DatYogaDude.
That's what's
chest.
up. Are those available for purchase?
Yes.
Oh, that's what's up. That's dope.
They will be. Thank you, Mike Brown. Thank you. They will be.
That's dope. Man, can you give the people an update of who you are? Because I'm just thinking, like, you've probably evolved since the last time you've been on the show. Who are you today?
I am a very uncomfortable spirit, man. I am looking at myself and challenging myself in relationships and in the dark as well, like looking at myself, meaning I'm still doing the same things, but they're not giving me the same. No, the things that I'm doing are giving me the same result, but that's not the result I want anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even think I ever wanted those results really, but that's what I settled for. And it's really on my nerves that I'm settling for stuff that I that's not fully entirely my life. I'm happy about that, to be able to recognize it, like, oh, this ain't really working for me no more. But
yeah,
now it's the work of getting out of those spaces and moving to the spaces where I can be okay with the things I'm doing or not doing.
Yeah. Are you giving yourself the space to be able to work through those? Because I mean, it's one thing to acknowledge it, and then once you start doing the work, it's kind of like, you know, every day may not be a perfect day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I am, man. I think it was Saturday. I laid in the bed till like 9:30. That shit was crazy, man. Cause you know I be getting up early.
Yeah,
I get up early. I like getting up early. I like doing my thing, but I just laid there. Like it's weird laying in the bed in the morning with the light, like sunlight, cause I'm usually up before sun. But laid there and just really thought about it and felt what I was feeling and going through, and yeah, giving myself space to rest, being here today, saying yes to things that I really want to do.
man.
And then acknowledging that there's some things that I'm saying yes to, but I still got to go through the process to get them.
Yeah,
To make that work and make that happen. But saying yes to things and saying yes to myself in a new way. So, you know, that looks like slowing down, eliminating some stuff, having honest conversations with myself, with other people, sticking to commitments that I really like, and then letting go of commitments that are things I just do because I feel like I got to stay consistent with them.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'm in that process right now. It's just been a lot of those conversations with myself of like, James, you are here in this position because this is really this is what you want to be doing. Not necessarily because this is who I am. Who I am is calling for more, but what I want is comfort.
Yeah.
So being in a comfortable position.
But and I could be wrong, but for me, comfort feels like it's always changing. Like, you hit a place of comfort, and then that place is no longer comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then there are those spots where you know you going just to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm doing this just to be comfortable. Instead of I'm doing this to achieve something and then I become comfortable. You know, comfortable being invited to your house is different than you moving into a house that's just for comfort, you know.
Yeah.
And
that's real.
You know, that's kind of different because I want a comfortable house, but but you know, you like, man, I'm just gonna take this because it's gonna be comfortable. I'm tired or whatever. So yeah,
that's getting harder though for me. I feel like I have done that, but I would say recently, like it feels hard to just accept less than what I'm worth in all aspects of life, not even on no financial shit, just you know.
And that's why I really wanted to come on the podcast, to just keep giving you your flowers of seeing you doing that. Like, for real, you definitely have pushed me and prodded me to be able to look at my place and be like, yeah, James, you achieved some things, you got somewhere, but this ain't it, you know. And for those of you who know Mike Brown, he definitely has he a different kind of Pokemon right now. He's evolved into somebody who has put himself first, into somebody who has organized his time, his energy, his mind, and his money around what his heart and his spirit is calling for him. And it's beautiful to see it, and it's inspiring to see it. I've been in that space, and I'm still in the space, but it always shifts and looks different, where Mike Brown is like, this is my priority. This is what I'm going for. I'm betting on myself. I'm putting myself in the greatest position to be able to live my highest self. And to have that as your friend, it make you like, all right, I needed that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I've done that and felt like I did it in a vacuum by myself, and that can burn you out, because you look around and everybody else is looking for that comfortable space. You think, you know, because everybody got their own perspective, but you think everybody looking for that comfortable space, and you feel like you crazy because you like, nah, it's some more. I want more out of this life. So to look to Mike Brown and see him going full speed towards his highest self is like, I need that. Please, please, please. And it's definitely, I put myself in uncomfortable positions often.
Yeah.
I ain't listened to music, I don't think, this year or something like that. Maybe, what's this, April? Maybe. I don't think I listened to music this year. I listened to like...
That's wild.
So when you play music in your car, I'll be like, I'm thirsty. When I hear people listen to music, I'll be thirsty because I just listen to...
Why don't you listen to music?
I realized that I got all the information that I needed to go where I want to go. It's just been my mindset, the way I think about life, the way I think about things. And then I realized a lot of what I think about is music in my head. And music with the same themes: love, money, sex, power, rapping, singing, life. And it's like, maybe I just need to change the thoughts in my head by changing what I put in my head. So just focusing on putting thoughts in my head that are moving towards where I want to go.
Yeah.
Instead of just the joy and the pleasure of music bringing me to a certain place. And I do listen to some music on my playlist. I have a playlist with like the same 23 tracks. They like personal development stuff.
Yeah.
White men talking to me. Some black ones on there too. One of the ones on there is Young Jeezy. That one. But to get my mind in a place where I believe in myself, it's really it's a place that I'm believing in myself, because I feel like that's my biggest issue. So just seeing what happens, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you talk about music, and you know, I think about like just because there's so much music in the world, but with those topics that you gave, that's the stuff that's like force fed to us. But have you ever thought that what you don't hear in music, what you hear is missing. Like you may be that piece to do that.
I agree, 100%. Because a lot of the things I go back to, and then I hear something that I didn't hear at that point in my life and stuff. And I think I wanted, because the last parts of music, the last music things I was listening to, I was like, oh man, you connected with it, you really feel it, but I wanted a more direct approach.
Yeah.
Like, I remember back in college, I was listening to the Carter 2 and working at a job as a busboy.
Yeah.
And it was something about hustle, something get more money, something like that, Lil Wayne, and it motivated me. You know,
Yeah.
music is motivating. Music makes me do this and feel this and stuff. But I just want to see what my brain would do, what different input,
Yeah.
you know, and see what happens. So at this point, it's like I'm also observing Ramadan. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a part of the Islamic faith, but I don't know. I just like doing challenging stuff. I like challenging stuff. So it ain't no music, ain't no food, ain't no sex, ain't no water,
Damn.
ain't no drugs. So all that's a lot of stuff has just been. I feel raw.
Yeah.
I feel raw. I've been able to look at a lot of promises I've broken to myself, things I've done, and then a lot of beauty in myself too.
Yeah.
Like the people that love me really love me, and I appreciate that. So
that's what's up, man. When you do these challenges, like what is there an expectation of an outcome?
Yes. I want to grow, either financially, relationally, mentally. Like, I believe in my potential.
Yeah.
Sometimes I believe in my potential more than my actuality. Like, oh man, when I get here, when I do that, and I gotta remember that my actuality is, is gonna get me to my potential. But I feel like I'm always one hack or tool or development or quote or whatever away from really turning it on. And, that's ignoring the on that I've already turned. But,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a high for me, I think, chasing personal development stuff and all that. So I got to be aware of that. But I don't know. I just like challenging myself. See, this is a hard Ramadan, too, because I'm also doing it raw. So, like, raw foods.
Yeah.
So it's, after I'm done being hungry all day, I'm eating a carrot. And it's like, this is stupid.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's wild, man. What has been like of all the challenges or all the tools that you've done, like what has been the hardest one?
I'm in the desert. I'm in Joshua Tree, man. We went rock climbing with my homie. And he's a big proponent of mind-altering substances. He does it very responsibly. LSD, microdosing, shrooms, all kinds of stuff like that. He does it responsibly. And we was sitting out looking at the fire in the middle of this like dry lake bed in Joshua Tree. We brought a couple things of wood. We was burning it, cold, outside, just chilling. And it hit me that the challenge that I'm really jumping into and taking on, and the drug that I'm really trying to overdose on is love. Like being able to love myself and love other people unconditionally is a challenge.
Yeah.
And it because love can get you the same high, love can get you the same, potentiality of, oh, this is gonna be this and that, and then love can really show you yourself, like drugs, like fasting. So loving is really the most difficult challenge for me right now. Once again, you are another example. You have loved me through times where I was not a good friend. We were like brothers, man.
Yeah.
And you still call me, check on me. You know what I mean? Let me know that you was there for me in your ways. And that has been an example for me, man. And I really appreciate that. And so, like I said, as you go through your focusing and time and stuff, and you need your time to work on you, it really is like, man, in any and all ways, supporting you is loving myself, because you've shown me how to do that and shown me how to love yourself. So, yeah, love.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man.
It's James Woods, aka DatYogaDude, with Feel Free to Feel Free. Whether going to a new grade, a new school, new job, a new you, breathe through the growing pains. The discomfort of leaving behind what you knew and know to become who you are becoming. The excitement, the fear, the frustrations, the sadness, the joy. Breathe it all in as you allow yourself to unfold, releasing who you were to become who you are, becoming free. Breathing deeply into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, letting the body know it's safe. Inhaling. Exhaling, being in the present moment. Inhale. And exhale. Allow your body to flow freely. Embrace what's here now. Connect with who you have become. Breathe deep. And as always, feel free to feel free. And namaste. Peace. What has been the biggest thing in you in this? What was the thing of like, all right, I'm going to go about my life differently from now on?
I think it's a feeling. I think I feel it. When I progress and my world progresses, it's kind of like the things that don't progress, they aren't enough. And sometimes they be something that, feels small, and it could be something that's like right in front of my face,
Mm-hmm.
And, you get to a point where it's like either I stay here and let this be what it is, or I have to change this shit. And, I think my life has always been like that, like where if something felt like it wasn't enough or it wasn't serving me, that whatever leap I had to take, I just had to take it and just see what was on the other side of it. And it's always, I think I've known that things will always work out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where, how, and why, but there's a feeling of knowing like I'm gonna be okay. And I had a teacher ask me that once, if I knew that for the rest of my life that I would be good. And I didn't want to say yes out loud, but I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that. Like I feel like my whole life is gonna be good, and I have to believe that,
Right.
So yeah, that's why I guess I just go for it, because it's like, man, I'm a land. I land every time. It's not a time that I fail. So
Right.
it's kind of where I be at with that.
What has been the latest thing, or probably the thing that you was like, wow, reflecting on, that you had to let go to get to the space you are right now in your life?
The thing I had to let go of to get me to this space, I think really prioritizing myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess like letting go of like essentially people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I had to put a word to it, I would call it people pleasing. Like really, you know, just going like overextending myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I've had to give up, overextending myself.
Mm-hmm. I just got called out on that yesterday. A woman, a lady in my life, she called me out on that, and I wanted to react back with just take some shots at her, but I had to catch myself because it wasn't. She wasn't trying to take shots at me. She was just calling out an issue. What have you done to put yourself at a higher priority than others?
I think I follow my feelings more. If I feel like something is not going to enhance me, like if it's going to take more energy than it gives back, then sometimes I just don't connect with it. You know, and that's with everybody in my life, and I think there's a lot of guilt that gets felt in that, but I think the more you do it, the less guilty it feels. Like I think what I'm learning now is when I'm honest, I can't control the reaction. Like if I'm expressing my true honest feeling, I can't control what the reaction is of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I talked a lot about taking off the mask and being authentic with yourself, and like when you do that, them feelings gonna come up that you can't deny. Yeah. Self-love, self-acceptance, and selfish.
Yeah.
What are the differences?
You said self-love,
self-acceptance, and selfishness.
Oh. Self-love for me feels like putting myself first, and putting myself first in a way of by making decisions in love and not off nothing else. You know, not making a decision to be petty or anything like that, you know. But like really truly like surrounding myself and doing things and just really pouring into myself.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Self-acceptance.
One thing that you do to pour into yourself. I'm sorry.
To pour into myself?
Yeah.
I journal. I pray. I go outside. I walk like every day. I walk. I listen to music. I listen to beats. Yeah, that's kind of my way. What about you?
One thing that I do. I'm trying to think of one thing. Talk to my friends. Make time to talk to my friends. Make time to go see them. I can build my life around my solo routine by myself. But just making time to go talk to my friends, and like I said, take that mask off and like hey y'all, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's definitely, I'm so lucky, blessed to have really good, amazing friends, man. Like, good people who are also emotionally intelligent
Man.
and, regular intelligent. uh, and just amazing and creative. So it's like, whoa, James, this is one of your biggest blessings in life. You better go ahead and tap into that.
That's real.
And, and pull out of that. I got to do it by my own. Yeah. That sparked up another conversation. But, yeah, we'll come back to it. I won't forget. But you were talking about self-acceptance, and I stopped you. No, I'm sorry. Were you talking about self-acceptance?
So that was it for self-love.
Got you.
Self-acceptance. I think self-acceptance is really taking ownership of everything in your life, both positive and negative, and not judging yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably like the simplest form of it.
What is something that you recently had to take ownership of about Michael Leroy?
Something I've had to take ownership of. I think something that I'm taking ownership of is sometimes when I'm passionate about things, it's kind of hard for me to hear other people's expressions. And I'm trying to be better about that, like really listening. Yeah, just being better at listening, as opposed to just being so in my thought or in my idea,
That's dope. Blind spots, huh?
Yeah.
It's dope. It's a good one. It's a good one. I recently have been had to acknowledge and accept that everything that I don't like about my daddy, I do. Everything I don't like about the woman I'm dating, I do.
Yeah.
Including how I can be very pessimistic sometimes.
Yeah.
And just a lot of stuff being called out from people in relationships by loving them.
Yeah.
And going, like you said, going to love first instead of going to petty, trying to fight, trying to react, and listening and hearing like, oh, I do that too.
Yeah.
And I gotta love me even though I do that. I accept that.
Yeah.
And it's an acceptance, like you just talked about. It's an acceptance that you're still working on.
Yeah.
That I'm still working on. You know what I mean? Like, okay, but I gotta know it to something. Jay-Z said, you got he got that from somebody else too. Self-love, self-acceptance, and what was the third one?
Self-love, self-acceptance,
selfishness.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the definition of selfish, because sometimes putting yourself first can feel selfish if you've never done it before. For me, like it's felt like, am I being selfish? But selfish, I don't know. I've seen the word so negative that I don't know if I have a positive or I don't even know if it's supposed to have a positive definition.
I think you gave it earlier when you spoke about coming from a place of petty.
Yeah.
I think that's when you're moving from a place of pain or pettiness or fear.
Yeah.
You moving selfishly. Or
that
guilt,
makes sense.
You know
that
what
makes
I mean?
sense.
Oh, I got to do this because of this, because of that. Like,
yeah.
Because that's not really benefiting nobody. If it ain't benefiting you, it ain't benefiting nobody. And that's being selfish.
Yeah.
And however that looks in and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think my most selfish traits come out of people pleasing and ignoring who I authentically am to try to be something I'm not, and then it's gonna come out me being selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I'm not communicating how I feel and what's going on, it's gonna come out sideways and selfish.
That's real. That's real.
That was good. Appreciate that.
I appreciate that too. I appreciate that too.
So nice. I have another question.
Yeah.
I'm learning now about creativity versus competition.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up as boys.
Mm-hmm.
Boys are competitive. Like, I remember us talking about, even like all of us from college and stuff, nobody wanted to be the bummy person. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted to be the one that don't make it, that don't have, you know what I mean? Like, that competition is ingrained into us. And then you go into the world and it's competitive. Who's number one? Who's this? Who's player of the month, player of the week, and all this kind of stuff. How do you feel like competition affects our relationships?
That's a good question.
Cold.
I almost feel like, and not almost, I'm gonna say I feel like something like that is relationship dependent. Because I feel like me being competitive, like, yes, I've wanted to be the best, but I never wanted to be better than. Like, especially going back to relationship or like homies. Like, yeah, I definitely don't want to be the bummy nigga, but I'm not trying to be the nigga shitting on my niggas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think in competition, I've always been a team player. So even in creativity, it's like, yeah, I want to be my best on the song, but I'm not on some shit like because I want us to have the best song, because the song is not going to be dope if I'm the only one dope on it. Like, that's true. That's that selfish shit.
That's real.
Like,
that's
I
real.
want us to have the best song. I don't want to be the best person on it. That's weird.
So you're okay if you're Turk with Turk's best verse on a Hot Boys track?
Man, if it's a fucking hit song, like, I mean, and not even a hit song, but if it's something I feel good about, fuck yeah. Like, if it makes me feel good, yeah. Like, that's really what all this shit comes down to. That's why I don't, when I was young, and it's funny, I just had this conversation. I used to create every day, making 3 beats a day, whatever. Then that 3 beats turns into 1 beat a day. And then it slows down till it turns into, I only want to make music when I feel like it. Like, I'm not competing with a younger version of myself. Like, I think my experience of competing and competition has made me, yes, I want to win, but I want to enjoy the win. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the shit is about. So in anything, like in any form of competition now, my framing of it has been reshaped, and I want to win and I want to have fun while doing it. And even if I don't win, as long as we have fun, like if we create something that may not be that great, if we enjoyed it while we were doing it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be for like profit and public consumption. Like, sometimes you can simply do something because you enjoy doing it.
How'd you get there?
I think I had to take a break, especially like with music. I had to really like not focus on it at all, because just being here in LA, it make you feel like it's supposed to be done a certain way or it's supposed to look a certain way, and that shit is not real. That shit is not real. And not even just in music, in everything in LA.
a lot of this shit is played up to look more valuable or more, you know what I mean? And I think maturity took me to understand that. You know, it's funny. I've been creating my whole time I've been out here, but if you notice the spaces that I be in, I don't be hanging with nobody that do no real like that really do art or create like that. I just be around people. It ain't like that for most people that I meet out here that be doing creative shit. Everybody trying to, like, if you a musician, you trying to partner up with the musicians. You trying to do this, you trying to do. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
All right.
And being in that place today is what makes it okay for me to say, hey, I'm in the mood to make a beat. If I want to put this bitch out, I can. If I don't have to. It don't matter. And then if I do end up putting it out, that's even doper. You know, but it ain't the, I guess that shit, like to just create shit just to create shit feels surface level for me now. Like, you know, that's easy. Could do that with my eyes closed. But to like create something with like a feeling, with some purpose, like something that has a meaning to me, like when I ask that why, I know why I created that song. I didn't just create it just to,
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That's what feels valuable to me right now. That's why I don't waste my time if I don't have it. Like I'm trying to dig deeper into that why. In any of these mediums. It could be this microphone, it could be a pen, it could be whatever. You know what I mean?
The why can't be, oh, we needed a hit, we needed a sale,
No.
we needed something.
No. Like,
I like
the
that.
why has to be like, damn, I'm feeling a lot right now, and this is the way I feel like expressing it right now.
Yeah.
Or, you know, even if the why is like, yeah, I want to make a song about personal development. There's something to it.
Yeah.
And you can explore it, but just to be like, yeah, I just smoked a blunt and now I want to make a beat. It don't speak to me like that no more.
Serves a different purpose.
It does, and I think that's what is supposed to happen with everything in life. Everything is supposed to be constantly evolving, constantly growing. You know, my relationship with smoking weed should not be the same as it was when I was 20. You know, everything keeps evolving.
Yeah. I know, talking to you about creativity and competition in intimate relationships, I think we were having a conversation and I was telling you I feel creative, I feel competitive in intimate relationships, and saying it out loud and hearing you talk about it, like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I needed to compete with my partner about stuff to feel, you know, to not feel insecure. I'm even in a space now where I feel very insecure without having, you know, stuff to hold, as in like, oh, okay, I got this upper hand and this and that. It's like weird. And just realizing competition, you know, come from a place of scarcity. You're trying to survive, you're trying to struggle. And look at these kids. I feel old now because I'm like, I hope they safe. You slow down now.
Shit. One of them just fell.
Oh, wow. See? Is he all right? Is he shaking? Are you playing?
I think he playing.
Man, we evolved because we would have laughed when we was younger.
Yeah. Or maybe not. No, I think he's not okay. I don't know. Fuck.
They going to get somebody. Oh, yeah, look, you going to get somebody.
Oh, shit.
Is he shaking?
Yeah, he's shaking. Oh, shit. Wait, I'm not laughing at that.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
See, they going to get him.
I guess we could take a pause here.
Yeah.